everybody. Welcome to live coverage of the third and final race of the day here for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Rain has decided to fall down on the track here at Thurxton. So race 1 was absolutely all-out banger. Race 2, red flags, crashes. Race 3, a wet race. Let's talk you through the grid quickly before we pass over to the headsets, because we are live and they are just out on the track now ahead of this race. It's a 16-lap race ahead of us, and this is how they look on the starting grid. They'll go around twice, we understand, to get a proper formation and actual understanding of what the cars look like. So on the parade lap now, many people are saying, well, why aren't you wearing your headset yet? Well, it's because it takes so long around here. You may as well just put the mic on to tell you through what's happening. Yeah, it's very bad rain out there right now. So here's the starting grid. Stephen Jelly on pole position. Alongside him on the first row is Tom Oliphant, BMW 1-2. In that reverse grid, Laser Tool, row 2 with Ash Sutton and Aidan Moffat. Colin Turkington, Tom Ingram, row 3. Row 4 sees Jason Plato and Dan Rowbottom. Jake Hill, Dan Camish, row 5. Row 6, Josh Cook and Jack Goff. Row 7 sees Ollie Jackson alongside Dan Lloyd. The 8th row, Aaron Taylor-Smith and Sam Osborne. Row 9, Carl Bordley and Gordon Shedden. The 10th row sees Jack Butel and Sam Schmetz. Follow then row 11 with Adam Morgan and Nick Hamilton. Nick Hamilton starting 22nd. Great job, Nick. I'm applauding you straight away. Then we see row 12 with Chris Smiley and Rick Paffett starting. These are the drivers who are out of the race in race 2. We watched moments ago in delay. This is now live. Row 13, Rory Butcher and Tom Chilton. Row 14, not starting, is Jade Edwards and Glenn Geddy. Their car's too badly damaged. And I presume as well, Andy Neat not starting. So Edwards, Geddy and Neat not starting this race. The rain coming down quite hard out there now for the third and final race of the day. I've been given my old swivel chair back. That actually used to belong to my nana. This chair as well, to sort of perch on in the next hour, next 30 minutes of action as well. So I'm going to switch over to the other microphone now. And Tom Ingram is now being investigated, as well as Josh Cook. All of them being investigated, it seems, as well. For different tyres before the lights were fitted. So here's your ballast: 9 kilograms for Tom Oliphant. Ash Sutton has 15, 21 kilograms of ballast as well for Morgan, and that's how it goes further down as well. They do have different types of ballast to go forward, so remember that. It could be quite key later on. They're coming up to the line then. Whether or not it's a 2-lap formation or a 1 lap, we are about to find out. If they get waved through again. We are running 4 minutes behind due to that red flag earlier, but they've got it going and got it started just in time for this. So is it a 2? It is 1 lap. So we are now forming up on the grid, ready to start round 3 of the season. Who's going to start this race on slicks? Who's going to start this race on wet weather tyres? No intermediates in this class. If it rains, it rains. You can watch along on ITV4, or you can watch along on the TSL Timings app with other commentaries as well. But we implore you to stick here and watch round 3 with watch-along commentary here on YouTube. We are all set then. Rory Butcher lines up. They've got more gaffer tape on that Toyota than any other car on the grid right now. New body panels, everything. Gordon Shedden, really a baptism of fire at the moment, being sent back in. Now he's lined up right at the back. Shedden 18th on the grid. I think he might have been sent back actually to the back. He missed the grid slot, so Gordon Shedden does indeed start at the back. Green flag at the back. Red lights coming on. Round 3 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship at Thurxton. Red lights are on, and it's go now at Thurxton. Good start from the 2 BMWs, but it's a better start from the 2 Laser Tools Racings as well. Sutton comes through on the inside line. Leading through turn 1 there is Stephen Jelly. Everyone now switching on the lights. It's got a bit darker here at Thurxton with the clouds coming in. They all need to find their way through safely. Already looking at the inside as well. A little bit of bumping and balling as well. And that's Moffat trying to keep his position. Moffat trying to hold through as well. Now we see Colin Turkington battling. Turkington side by side with Ash Sutton, trying to go through, trying to hold it. Everyone was a little bit too calm at the start of that race. I thought there would be a bit more explosion, but everyone was calm. Everyone was okay. A lot of rain now falling down at Goodwood, and that means it's going to be treacherous when they come into when they threw Campbell as well. Everybody has started on the dry, hard tyres, but Ingram, Jackson, Lloyd, Shedden, Butel and Paffett, they have all started on those tyres. Everybody else has started on dry compounds, which is really going to affect them coming into this one as well. Who said that would be a good idea? Who said? Because it's absolutely ridiculous at the moment that they're expected to A, hold up, and B, keep the attention span that they need to. Dramatic stuff at the moment. So, Jelly leads from Sutton at the moment. Thurxton coming across the line as well. Everyone else trying to hold in positions as well. We understand the timing graphics might be a bit squished on your monitor. We're trying to solve those now for you so you can have coverage back ASAP. More drama further back side by side as well. Stephen Jelly's under pressure. Sutton's going round the outside. Sutton is brilliant round the outside. Forcing his way through on Jelly. Down. Jelly's in the grass nearly. He's going to get that to Thurxton. Thurxton takes second. And it's only taken 3 rounds. But the 2 championship contenders from last year are now 1 and 2. Sutton ahead of Thurxton. Fantastic stuff. Nice, clean, smart. A lot of action. Love it. Who doesn't love a bit of BTCC on a Sunday afternoon? I implore you to find anybody who doesn't, because this is racing. This is fantastic, fantastic racing. So we're trying to get the graphics back up to you at the moment. Apologies, it's taking a bit of time. 26 cars started this race, of course. A lot less than what we were anticipating, and that's causing issues. Jade Edwards watches on, disappointed that she can't be part of this race at the moment. And honestly, our timing graphics at the moment is absolutely shocking me, and it's shocking us as well, all the way back here, trying to get this one all working. So Sutton leads from Thurxton, there you go. We'll keep an eye on everybody else as the graphics now finally starting to work with us. Fastest lap of the race so far, going well. So, and that's Shedden. Shedden on the fastest lap of the race. Everyone now desperately trying to hold through. I am here. But like with everything other, we're having graphical errors. That's really annoying. Everyone now just desperately trying to hold through. 24 cars started this race at the moment. Ingram's coming to the pit lane for some reason. So Tom Ingram pits, presumably to change over from the wet tyre. No, Ingram was on hard. Ingram was already on the wets, wasn't he? Yeah. So Ingram in the pits, and that is disappointment. Tom Ingram gets going again, but has lost time. Some form of issue has kept him from competing in the remainder of this race temporarily. And they've got to push now. They've really got to push hard. I'm disappointed. I'm looking at it, and I'm feeling disappointed for them as well. This could have been handled better. This wet weather is costing everybody a couple of positions, and maybe it should have been changed a little bit. Who knows? Track conditions worsening out there as well. That's what we like to see, of course. Worsening track conditions. Sutton leads from Thurxton, Jelly, Moffat, Plato, Camish. Rowbottom still dropping down the order. Taylor Smith in a good position at the current time. Side by side across the line. Shedden's under pressure. Jack Goff goes through. Goff through into 8th position. So ahead of Rowbottom and Shedden. Shedden fastest lap, 1:22.473 at the moment. Plato under pressure from Camish. We've got a yellow at the start-finish line, so we'll keep an eye what that's about. I'll have a look at race control to see what messages they are giving us. So yellow sector 1, it's gone green now immediately. Reminder that this will only change colour if we have a safety car or a red flag. Remember what happened in race 2? When it changed over quite quickly. Dramatic changes at the moment as Sutton is still continuing the lead. Now we're seeing Dan Camish battling with Gordon Shedden. Shedden is slipping down the field. He's trying to hold off his teammate as well. Dan Lloyd closing in as well as Rowbottom. Taylor Smith there. Timing monitors are such a mess at the moment. You're trying to figure out exactly who's going where. Now Rowbottom's under pressure and they cut away. And that's why we had a yellow out. Nick Hamilton has a big oversteer moment coming into the last corner. That's what brought out that yellow, but we're all green now. Aidan Moffat coming under pressure from Jason Plato. This is over the battle for 4th place at the moment. And they need to hurry up. The championship standings at the moment, Josh Cook leads 44 points to Dan Camish on 30. Cook at the moment is in... Where is Josh Cook? He's not in my timing monitor. Cook's down in 22nd place. And then Dan Camish, as you can see, up to 4th. So that's why Ingram back down pit road again. So that must be a problem. 3 abreast. Sam Schmidt, Carl Bordley with, is that on the inside, Tom Chilton? Yes, Chilton going through the inside of Bordley. They bang wheels. Coming into Campbell and Cobb. Forcing Bordley off the track. Now, Chilton, who retired from race 2, trying to go through on the inside of Jack Butel. Not going to work there. Fantastic little battle we're having here at the moment. As I'm looking at the monitor as well. Butel, yeah, right down the order. Carl Bordley running at the moment quite well up there. Oh, and down comes our own graphics once again. See, these streams are cursed at the moment. Second time this weekend that's come down, and who knew it was going to come down now? Time still circulating at the moment. As I'm looking at the other monitor. And now Jason Plato goes side by side with the outside of Aidan Moffat trying to go through. Plato on the outside coming to come. Oh, but Moffat's on the outside and Moffat makes contact. Goes off the track as well. Several big dramas happening around the commentary box at the moment. And everybody having a big, big accident. Plato holding off still. Cars going side by side on the track. And everyone just having a little bit of an easy time. Lucky I've got 2 monitors to keep an eye on the same things. Still going well, still going strong. Now just stay away, stay up, stay up. That happened earlier on in the weekend as well for others of you who are watching. 6 of 16, Sutton, Turkington, Jelly out there as well, all continuing to keep up. Feels like a moment from You've Been Framed, doesn't it, that they keep falling down. Race 3 of the day, anything can happen in British touring cars, and now you're seeing it in real life as well. Shedden's up to P7. This is Tom Oliphant. Oliphant started this race, of course, on the front row of the grid and then has just slipped down to P17 overall. So he's having a worse race compared to anybody else out there at the moment. Got to keep strong. And now Tom Chilton going through. Chilton passes Jake Hill. Oliphant dropping back. This is over 15th place. Dan Lloyd takes P8. Aaron Taylor-Smith up to 11th as well. But he's just passed Dan Rowbottom. So they're all continuing side by side through to Church, the fastest corner in Britain. He'll continue to go through side by side. Chilton sent to the outside, catches the grass. And now Jake Hill's going to have to hold off. And here comes Oliphant as well. Trying to slipstream. Oliphant's up the inside of Chilton. Chilton breaks, coming into the last 2 chicane and club corner. And jumping over the chicane and now put back down the order. Goes as well further down. Sutton leads, and Turkington, Jelly, Moffat, Plato, Jackson, Shedden, Lloyd, Goff, Camish, top 10. Oliphant dropping down to 17th place. Hill up to 13th. Oliphant down to 18th. Bordley's gone through. Plato now makes the move finally on Aidan Moffat. Moffat trying to hold the outside line. Plato jumps over the curb. That's going to give him a disadvantage to the 18. Coming back through with Moffat. They go side by side. Coming out of Seagrave. Down to Noble and Goodwood. 1, 2, 3 abreast. Ollie Jackson on the inside. Plato backs out of it. So does Jackson. Jackson sent wide. He's now going to be in another three-way battle as we come into Goodwood. Wide on a slippery track now on dry tyres. And it's raining harder out there. Moffat's off. Moffat's slipping down the order. Moffat's out of the race. I think he's got a puncture. That's not too often. We see that happen here quite a lot at Thurxton. Punctures are common here. So are they going to have to switch from dries to wets? What's going on out there with the track conditions? It's drizzling. That's literally what my timing monitor's showing me. It's drizzling out there. With the first sector at 12.6 degrees. Damp. 15.9 degree track temperature. Yellow's out in the second sector. So yellow flag sector 2. We'll keep an eye if that triggers a safety car or not. If it does, you'll see it first on the channel. Because that little bar above me, that's green and running, will flash yellow and turn to safety car. Dan Rowbottom in, as is Dan Camish. So they're now changing off wet tyres and going on to slicks. And now we can confirm Sutton, the people starting on the dries as the timing screen's finally changed. Hill, Osborne, Hill, Oliphant, Smiley, Morgan, Cook, Ingram, all started this race on dries. Everybody else on the wet tyres. Is it time to change over? Because we've just seen Camish change and Rowbottom. Pit stops in British Touring Car Championships never happen. This is a big deal. They're struggling for grip up there. Shedden's gone wide. And up the inside, Jake Hill passes Ollie Jackson. Tom Oliphant goes through as well. Shedden's dropping down. They are all going to have to pit. They're going to lose a lap, but they're all going to have to pit. Wet tyres. The wrong time to be out there with 8 laps to go. We are half distance in the third race of the day. They're going to have to pit. I can see no other way around it. Pit stops are going to be the call. As now Jake Hill trying to go right round the outside. Hill's going for it. Trying to go through. Plato breaks, locks out, goes straight on. That's because of the conditions. Barry slips through the middle of the chicane. Plato has got to get the position back to Oliphant now. Yes, Oliphant didn't overtake him, but the rules state that Plato gained an advantage. He must get that position back. Oliphant's dropping down. Maybe his timing monitor's not going right again. We saw that in race 1. Oliphant now passing as Jake Hill comes under pressure. Jake Hill goes through on Stephen Jelly. So Hill now to third, and Hill is on dry tyres. Everybody else is on wets, and they are going to have to struggle round. Jake Hill, at the moment, has made the best decision possible because he's out there on dry tyres, and he's moving up. So's Oliphant. Smiley, Morgan as well. They're all improving. All fastest sector times. Fastest sector 1 is Chris Smiley. Smiley, 27.324. And here comes Jake Hill now passing Colin Turkington. Hill now goes through to second. He's passed him on the inside, coming into Church, the fastest corner in Britain. Already then, so much and sliding right off the track almost. Turkington goes through. Oliphant's got so much more speed. Oliphant now passes Turkington. Oliphant started this session down the order, and he's gone off my timing screen. Not sure about you back there. 27, Edwards is in the pit lane as well. We can see that as well on the monitor. Ingram included in that little battle as well further back, but everybody changing positions there. Oliphant dropping down. Jake Hill going for the lead into Allard, the first corner, and Jake Hill leads round 3 here at Thurxton. He's ahead now of Ash Sutton, the 2020 champion, the reigning champion. Is that raining harder? Is it raining harder now? I can't see at the moment on the screen. We've got loads of errors as Sutton's let Turkington through. Sutton is now letting Turkington through. They're side by side, coming out of Seagrave down towards Noble. And Oliphant goes through. Turkington's gone through as well. Sutton dropping down the order now. And it's starting to rain again. Wow. Sector 2 now green. It changes on a dime here, the British Touring Cars. It's now raining again. So now this benefits those on the wet tyres. Those on the dries are going to have to pit. So maybe the wet tyres was the right gamble in the end. Wow. This is such a strange race. This is lap 10 of 16, about to start lap 11 of 16. No safety car at the moment, and now Tom Oliphant's catching Jake Hill. But at the same time, we're seeing Ingram about to be lapped. Jade Edwards is still classified as started this race, but she is now 7 laps down. So Jade Edwards did start, but is now out of the race apparently. So she's backed out of it. And this is such a strange race. Timing screen has now put Oliphant into third. So, Jake Hill's gone a little bit over Aquasphere. Jake Hill aquaplane coming through Campbell and Cobb. And that sent Oliphant off the track. Now, Oliphant has been given a penalty for incorrect tyres. And the timing monitor has automatically put him in third place, despite the fact he's second on the road. Now they've clarified it. So what is happening with the timing monitor? Do you remember 11 laps ago? Well, here's what happened at the start of the race. Watch how dry it was back then. So we're actually just stuck on a replay here at the moment. Well, that was useless. Something tells me there's a big slide for Colin Turkington coming through Goodwood. And they're really struggling out there. They're really, really struggling. They're going to have to hold it together for a couple more laps. It rained here last year in race 3. And they're all on dry tyres. They managed to get through then. They're going to have to manage it now. Jake Hill leads. Oliphant is second, but on the monitor, he's in third. Chris Smiley's got a tank slapper coming out of Church. Manages to save it. Doesn't hit anyone. That could have been a big accident at the exit of Church. That was everyone going flat out. Maximum speed. It would have been a horrific accident as well. Hill leads Sutton 3 seconds. Oliphant does indeed have a penalty. And this is what happened. Plato went wide at Church. Then did Gordon Shedden. But Chris Smiley was already doing a drifting challenge on Forza as he came through Church. Side-by-side battle further back as well. The 1-2-3. Dan Lloyd under attack by the 22 of Chris Smiley. Smiley P10 right on the outside. Stephen Jelly now. Jack Goff. Goff going round the outside of Jelly in the 31. Sutton takes second ahead of Oliphant now. They're still changing positions due to Oliphant's penalty that's being applied in real time. Jake Hill again going wide. Is Hill actually going to win this race? All he has to do is stay within the penalty gap to Oliphant. Wow. Well, this is exciting. This is certainly A, exciting, and B, different in a touring car race. It's like 12 of 16. There's a long more way to go. Dan Camish is coming to the pit lane, presumably to change off the dry tyres he put on a couple of laps ago. White flag is waving in the third sector. Someone's in trouble. Jason Plato going to the inside now. Colin Turkington into the club chicane. Is he going to get through? Yes, he is. Jason through. But Turkington's not going to let the old dog go yet. These two championship contenders that for years gone by. Plato now up nearly into a podium position. And Sutton second. So yeah, Plato could get a podium on return to the touring cars this weekend. Lap 13 of 16. 17 minutes completing this race. I told you, it goes by quite quick. Jack Goff P7. Jelly now P8. Oliphant still in third place. 6 seconds off. And now already, Oliphant's under pressure from Sutton on the track now for second place as well. Oliphant's third on the title, on the monitor as well. But now, to make it official on the road as well, Sutton passes Oliphant for second. So now, dry tyres are the liability. Wet tyres have come back to the field. Who knew that was going to happen? So yeah, wet tyres now the liability. Dry's liability. Wet's the actual tyres. Get me words out. It's been a long day. Jackson 10th. Smiley 11th. Aaron Taylor-Smith in P12 at the moment. Hill, Sutton, Oliphant, Plato still at the lead at the moment. And already a bit on the grass there was Sutton. Just caught it at the exit of Church. Down to the last corner now. Heavy on the brakes for the club chicane. Down. It's a first gear corner as well. Right, left, right again. Try not to go over the track limits and hit those tyre stack barriers. 3 rows of tyre barriers are in each part of the track to stop you going over and avoiding the track limits. Penultimate lap of the race then. Jake Hill leads. Plato is now taking third. So with Oliphant's penalty, Plato has now taken third place by a second. So Jason Plato, on his first weekend back, is now on the podium. But right now, we're watching the battle as the rain intensifies. Jake Hill, who started this race on the dry, hard compound tyre, thinking that they might help going forward. It worked to get him into the lead of the race, and now the dreaded rain started to come down again. And now the wet tyres are having the advantage in the late stage of the race. Hill's gone wide. Hill's very wide. Sutton goes to the inside. And now Sutton leads. Sutton leads. Here at Thurxton, Jake Hill's not going to let him go without a fight, though. Coming back through into... They're side by side into Church. My goodness me. Flat out in wet conditions. Sutton sends it round the outside and keeps ahead of Jake Hill. Bravo, boys, bravo. That is such a dangerous part of the track. I've seen cars barrel roll there over the years. Hill sends it to the outside, coming into the last corner. Sutton defends the inside line again. Not paying off that time. Sutton keeps the lead. Jake Hill sliding left and right at the moment. They're all having a bit more bumping and balling, all a bit more danger. Lap 15 to 16. Sutton, Hill, Plato, Shedden, Oliphant, Turkington, Lloyd, Goff, Jelly, Jackson top 10, Aaron Taylor-Smith in 11th. But Jason Plato third on the graphics, third on the road is Oliphant, but with his penalty, he's now dropped behind Plato and Shedden. So great news further back. Great news indeed for Jason Plato. Meantime, Josh Cook... this is on board with Jason Plato. Cook's past Plato. What's happened here? Josh Cook's coming through. Now, is Cook a lap down? Where is he on the monitor? on the timing graphics. I can't see him. Cook's down in 20 seconds, so yeah, he's a lap down. So Cook unlapping himself there. Oliphant going through. So race 1 and race 2 winner, and most important, the championship leader, Josh Cook, now getting his lap back that he lost. Oh, big accident! Rory Butcher has got the front end of the car absolutely destroyed. Carl Bordley has got a broken front wing, has got a broken front end of the car as well. The bodywork has been crammed in. They have crashed down at Campbell and Cobb. First sector, that's going to be a safety car, but they might try and clean it under double yellow because we are going to start the last lap. It'll have to be cleared under yellows. It's the last lap of the race. Yellows will have to be in effect. They can't do anything. This is how it happened. So there's Carl Bordley. Ricky Paffett spins in the path. Carl Bordley tries to get back on, and Rory Butcher had nowhere to go. Butcher hits the side of Carl Bordley, but it was Glenn Geddy who caused the accident by spinning into Bordley, and then Bordley tried to get back on and wiped out Rory Butcher. Not a great situation there. This is the last lap of the third race. We are now green in the second half of the track. And Ashley Sutton, the winner, the two-time touring car champion, 2018 and 2020, is now going to win his first race of the year on the first weekend. Josh Cook will lead the title, but Sutton is going to come right back at him. Sutton is currently on 15 points. You get 21 for a win, plus points for winning, for starting this one as well. Josh Cook desperate to try and get a lap back, but it's not going to work. He backs out of it. So, round 3 of the 2021 Quidfit British Touring Car Championship in a very bizarre race, even by our standards. It's going to be the reigning champion and reigning Thurxton to win the third race of the day. Ash Sutton wins, Jake Hill is second, and Jason Plato gets second on the line. Jason Plato crosses the line with those wet tyres in that third sector. Crosses the line to finish in second. Jake Hill third. Shedden is fourth. Lloyd, Turkington, Oliphant. And then Oliphant with the penalty down to seventh. Goff, Jackson, Jelly, Taylor Smith. Then we get Osborne, Chilton, Schmelch, Smiley, Paffett, Hamilton, Morgan, Butel, Cook, Rowbottom, Ingram, Bordley out, Butcher out, Camish, Moffat and Jade Edwards, who was already out of the race 13 laps ago, completed 2 and then came into the pit lane. Wow! So, it was Josh Cook round 1 and 2. Round 3 goes the way of Ash Sutton. And just like that, everybody watching, that's how you do the British Touring Car Championship. 3 races in 1 day. And just all hell breaks loose. Ash Sutton wins from Jason Plato on those wet tyres getting to the line ahead of Jake Hill. And then Gordon Shedden finishing fourth. What an absolute beauty of a race 3. And now we've got a month's wait, because not until the 11th of June will the British Touring Car Championship be back for rounds 4, 5 and 6 from Snetterton. So we've got a little bit of a break to wait. We've had 3 great opening races that you can watch, that you can rewatch on YouTube to your heart's desire. Maybe not the flag incident. Twice. 3rd time that's happened this weekend. But yeah, what an absolute bizarre race. So, that's it. That's it. This is how close it was at the line between Plato, Hill and Shedden. Plato, Hill, Shedden across the line, taking the checkered flags. Ash Sutton goes through the roll hoop check to make sure you're okay. Literally just put like a decorator's arm on it. So, here's your classification. Ash Sutton wins from Jason Plato second. Jake Hill is third, followed by Gordon Shedden, Dan Lloyd, Colin Turkington, Tom Oliphant, Jack Goff, Ollie Jackson and Stephen Jelly rounds out the top 10 after starting on pole position. He slipped right down. Aaron Taylor-Smith 11th, followed by Sam Osborne, Tom Chilton, Sam Schmeltz, followed by Chris Smiley, Ricky Paffett. Nicholas Hamilton is 17th. Great job from Nick Hamilton, brother of Lewis Hamilton. Adam Morgan 18th, Jack Butel 19th, and Josh Cook rounds out in 20th. Dan Rowbottom 21st, Tom Ingram 22nd, Dan Camish is 23rd, 24th for Kyle Boardley, Rory Butcher 25th, Aidan Moffat 26th, and Jade Edwards officially classified in 27th, only completing, though, 3 laps. So Ash Sutton is the winner here from Thurxton from round 3, and that's a pretty nice way to round it out, actually. Not bad at all, as I change over from headset to handheld mic, so we're going to be more free and talk through the weekend with race 3 being over. What a race. Honest to God, what a fantastic one. Bit of a weird one, though, to end on, I must admit. I didn't expect that one to happen. I'm sure you lot didn't either. With wet weather coming after the last race as well, such changing in conditions. It was very, very bizarre, but fantastic to see, though. A dominant drive from Ash Sutton. Jason Plato as well. Round of applause to him. Back onto the podium in his first weekend back in the BTCC after what was admittedly from 2019 backwards. He had some terrible championships as well. He was not at all a happy bunny, winning only 1 or 2 races a year. Now, in his first weekend back, getting onto the podium and a second place as well. Top notch to him. Jake Hill running in P3, and this is how the Drivers' Championship looks now after 3 races. Jake Hill leads on 46 points to Josh Cook, who's on 45. 1 point difference. Jason Plato, third in the title now, 8 points back. Ash Sutton's 10 points back, 36. Dan Camish on 30. Tom Ingold, 27. Colin Turkington, 25. Dan Robot 22. Tom Oliphant on 16 and 15 for Jack Goff as well. So 1 point the gap going into rounds 4, 5 and 6 at Snetterton. We go from the fastest circuit in Britain to the one that's most like Formula 1 next time out at Snetterton, which is live here on YouTube on the 11th of June as well. That's it. We're all done. As you can see, one more race to go, which is the Formula 4 that's been rescheduled. That was delayed with a red flag that we talked about in race 2. So we're going to go off here now and say goodbye from Thruxton, where we've had Josh Cook winning round 1 and 2, but round 3 goes to Ash Sutton. The championship lead then, 1 point. Well, now we go into a month's break. Thanks for your company, ladies and gentlemen. That was the British Touring Cars, and that is exactly what I mean when say it's a chaotic series. We'll see you next week for the MotoGP as well from the French Grand Prix. Also, don't forget, join us, please, in about 6:45 for all of the action from Formula 1 as we look back at the Grand Prix review. Thanks for your company. Take care. Goodbye from Thurxton.